And so, to a certain extent, this book is a summons for people to pay attention, to wake up, and to come and help each other. People are very constricted and paralyzed by the amount of complexity that they have to deal with in day-to-day life. For example, I just spoke at one of the major universities on an environmental sustainability day. We have to remember that we're trapped in a biological spacesuit. And whether we like it or not, this biological spacesuit is governed by the rate at which we can adapt and create new evolutionary features. So the big discovery here is that human societies cannot progress any faster than evolution will permit. We simply cannot have levels of complexity that our brains and our emotions cannot handle. Well, extreme economics is one example that I give in my book of a hindrance to progress in society. Right now, we are at a point in time where whether something makes money or pays for itself has become the ultimate litmus test as to whether it's valid. And this just simply isn't true. There are some things that will not fit ever into an economic model, and yet we're force-fitting it into some kind of economic model. For example, healthcare. We're trying to force that in, or protecting the environment and not devastating all the resources that we have. Clean water. How are we going to fit these things into an economic model? There are some things that are good for humankind that have nothing to do with whether they pay for themselves. You know, there are millions of people that volunteer all over the planet. And when they volunteer, they are appealing effectively to the higher instruments of their genetic nature, which is altruism, compassion, to work collaboratively and not to compete for scarce resources. These we also inherited. But if you think about our evolutionary inheritance as one basket is our lower inheritance, greed, competitiveness, hoarding, cheating on our spouses. When human tribes, when prehistoric tribes collaborated, when they cooperated, they caught bigger prey, they were able to fend off larger animals. They all did better when they collaborated and they cooperated. A single organism out in the wild has the least chance of surviving. It's when the group, the collective, work together that we have the best opportunity for survival and the highest opportunity for the propagation of our young and for progressing. We don't progress well when we compete individually.